Welcome to another edition of LIMRA Unplugged. Today I'm here with Jamie Ohl to talk about financial literacy and strategies to improve financial knowledge and outcomes. Jamie is Executive Vice President and President of Retirement Plan Services at Lincoln Financial. She's also Vice Chair of our Secure Retirement Institute Board of Directors. Welcome, Jamie.
Thank you, Allison. Great to be here.
One of our recent studies found that only 13% of Americans feel very knowledgeable about financial products and investments. That means almost 9 in 10 consumers likely feel challenged when they try to make informed decisions about products and services they need. What risks do you see to this, and how could a lack of financial knowledge affect someone's financial security?
There's really two things, Allison. First, generally we know that consumers don't have strong knowledge about financial topics, and as a result, they're less likely to make good financial decisions. It could be taking on too much debt. More than 3/4 of Americans live with debt, and half of them don't think they will ever get out from under it. In fact, they're living paycheck to paycheck and unable to plan or save for the future. Those who are approaching retirement lack knowledge about lifetime income products like annuities. It's a big concern. How are you going to make what you've invested last a lifetime? SRI research finds that less than 1/4 of workers under 50 have access to a pension today. These workers are likely to live 20 or 30 years into retirement, and just 1 in 5 have a good understanding of how investing in an annuity can help them create that guaranteed lifetime income that ensures they won't run out of money. Oftentimes, consumers put off making any decision, which can have a long-term negative effect on their finances. For example, beginning to save for retirement early in one's career can have a demonstrable impact on somebody's retirement down the line. The power of compound interest and time are absolutely undeniable. So my philosophy is always save early and save often. But on average, your research finds that workers don't start until they're 27 years old. For many, just those few lost years could have added tens of thousands of dollars to their nest egg when they reach retirement. This is just one reason why it's really important to start teaching people at an early age about financial matters like saving for retirement and investing.
Absolutely. Our new research shows a link between financial knowledge and retirement saving. The study found that people who have greater financial knowledge are more likely to be saving for retirement, regardless of age or household income. This is especially true for millennials. For millennials who said they had low financial knowledge, just a little over half are saving for retirement. It jumps to almost 85% for millennials who said they have strong financial knowledge, and that's a big difference. And student debt is one of the biggest obstacles to retirement savings. On average, today's students graduate with close to $30,000 in student loans. Many have even higher. According to our models, that translates into more than $325,000 in lost retirement savings when they reach retirement. What should young workers consider when it comes to balancing the need to pay for their student loans and saving for retirement?
Anyone who wants to manage paying down debt, like student loans, and saving for retirement, they have to start with a budget. You can't understand how much you're spending and how much you can save unless you have a holistic picture of your finances. Once you see the big picture, you can decide if you want to start by paying down your highest interest rate loans first, or if you can increase your contribution to an employer-sponsored retirement plan by 1% or more. That holistic picture is important if, in addition to student debt, you're also saving for a vacation, paying off a new car, or if you have any other competing financial priorities. Lincoln's Retirement Power study found that nearly all, 93% of participants are saving for something other than retirement, and nearly 80% have 3 or more competing financial priorities. If we can just help employees understand where their money's going, we can then help them understand how they can start to save or save more for retirement or for whatever else they want to do.
Knowledge is power, right? So are there tools that can help?
I'm glad you asked, Allison. We are continuing to focus on overall financial wellness. And as I mentioned, recently we added to our toolbox with Wellness Path. Wellness Path focuses on 4 key components of financial wellness: saving, debt, spending, and protection. More than half of employees say their financial situation causes them stress. And 9 out of 10 employees who participate in financial wellness programs see them as useful. After completing a very simple quiz, employees are given a wellness score and, most importantly, actionable steps they can follow to improve that score. The tool is easy to use and accessible from the employee's online account including their mobile accounts. Ultimately, it helps employees see a clearer picture of their finances so they can focus on larger goals like saving for retirement. In addition, goals like paying off student loans, reducing debt, and saving for college can be linked so users can keep track of their progress.
Our research shows programs like that are incredibly important. 4 in 10 workers feel daily stress over their personal finances, and that makes it harder to be a productive employee. Just a third of today's workers have a monthly budget or a long-term financial plan, and only 2 in 5 have any sort of rainy day or emergency fund. Helping people establish a sound financial goal and a path to accomplish it will improve more than just their financial well-being, but lower their stress levels and improve their quality of life. But as we noted, many young people are entering the workforce with significant and sometimes overwhelming college debt. Our research shows most people get their first financial education from their parents when they're growing up. In fact, 9 in 10 say their parents were the primary source of financial knowledge. But when you consider that today's parents are among the vast majority who don't feel knowledgeable, this presents a problem. As an industry, we need to help supplement the financial knowledge children are getting to ensure they start off on the right foot. Jamie, can you talk about how the SRI board took up the idea of launching a financial literacy program for young people?
Absolutely. As you know, Allison, this is a passion of mine and a passion of the board's. When the board was established 6 years ago, the members agreed that one of the primary reasons many Americans are ill-prepared for retirement is lack of understanding of basic financial principles and what it would take to achieve a financially secure retirement. As providers and record keepers, we are in a unique position to make a difference. We began by examining what our individual companies were doing and then engaged a number of experts to learn what the scope of the financial literacy problem was in the United States. We wanted to know what was the biggest challenge to improve financial literacy and where could the board make a difference. Most of our companies have strong financial literacy programs for our own employees, and like Lincoln, we offer similar programs for our retirement plan participants. But the later people start to save for retirement, the more challenging it will be to meet their financial goals. We found that a number of companies had successfully partnered with Junior Achievement and believed the greatest impact to improve financial literacy would occur if we engaged younger students and teens. Over the course of the past 12 to 18 months, the SRI board started working with Junior Achievement to build an online game that would teach children about saving for retirement and to encourage them to begin as soon as they have their first job out of school. 10 companies who are represented on the SRI board came together to sponsor the new program. Retire for Real is an online game that helps teens better understand how to save for retirement while managing everyday living expenses and giving to causes they care about. As the game moves forward, players advance from being a restaurant worker to a manager to an owner. And as they advance, their net worth increases, creating more opportunity to save for retirement. During the course of the game, players are given the chance to earn bonuses by correctly answering questions related to financial concepts, and it's fun. The game resides on the JA My Way website at jamyway.org.
That sounds great, and fun matters. As the mother of teens, I know education with fun in it is going to be a lot more effective. So the biggest takeaway for all of us should be education matters, whether it's through a game, a financial wellness program, or from an employer. As an industry, we have the opportunity and the responsibility to do what we can to help move the needle. And that concludes another edition of LIMRA Unplugged. Thank you, Jamie, for joining me.
Thank you, Allison.